So you said something. You heard that voice of intuition. You said that you wouldn't have heard it if you didn't know who you are.
Yeah.
I feel like knowing who you are, I think that's life's biggest journey, right?
Yes.
Because it's easy to say, we just be yourself.
Yeah.
But it's like a prerequisite to being yourself. You got to know who you are.
Each day is something new.
Yeah.
That you're like, you know what? I didn't know that I was into that.
You're always learning about yourself.
Yes.
So how does one go about the process? Because a lot of people they're kind of searching, may not have an identity or just a sense of who they really are. How does one go about learning? I want to learn who I am.
Yes. Well, spending time with yourself. During my evolution out of depression, I spent a lot of quiet time by myself. In that quiet time, you're now able to hear the negative thinking, the inner child, the higher self, anything that may be tucked away that you may have suppressed from being occupied or distracted or having people around you. Spending time by yourself allows you to know more about yourself, your own voice, to be able to know when it is your own voice and when it's maybe persuasion from another person. Also, being alone by yourself allows you to quiet the noise down and settle yourself and actually be still enough to receive maybe questions that you've been asking for a very long time that you're unsure of. Maybe questions that you didn't even know you needed to ask, but you now need more clarity on something. Time by yourself. Traveling by yourself. You'll learn a lot about yourself when you travel by yourself and you do things by yourself and you take yourself on different experiences. You'll learn about yourself by just spending time with yourself. Yeah.
That's a key thing. For me, I tell people I'm like a loner at heart.
It's so fun.
But I guess I'm an extrovert because they say if you're an introvert, being around people drains your energy. But extrovert is the opposite. When I'm around people, I feel energized. But at the same time, I love my space and I just love being to myself. Maybe I'm a hybrid or something.
I think there's some truth to being a hybrid or something like that because I'm an extrovert. I'm a butterfly, social butterfly. But I've learned I love spending time by myself because I love my experience that I give. Just like you said, people say, man, you just a vibe to be around. Yeah. I like feeling that vibe. Yeah. I want to experience that. People say, you make me feel so comfortable. I want to do that to myself. I want to feel that. Hello. So I think that has a lot to do when you're self-aware. Man, I have fun. I have fun in the house by myself. Have my music going, man, drinking my tea, candles going on. I don't need no phone. I don't need no outside nothing. I don't need no outside entertainment. I don't own a television. I don't have a television in none of the rooms in my home. Okay. I don't need outside. I'm not looking to escape me.
Hey, you enough for you.
I'm not looking to escape me. I'm a whole party in paradise, in palace. I'm not looking to escape that. I want more of that. So I believe, like you said, spending time with yourself. And if it's not as comfortable, it's your responsibility to now make spending time with yourself comfortable. You better make it comfortable. You're the only person you got to go to sleep with every night.
Every night.
Come on.
Around and having fun. I'll be at the crib literally sometimes. I have my headphones in, have some music vibing, just in a zone. I'm a pacer. I like to pace too. That's when I get down though. Really when I think it's something to that when you move your feet. Because the feet connected to the. But I just be in the crib sometimes just vibing. I'll literally just be like, wow, this is fun. Yeah. I'll say that loud sometimes. I'm having fun.
Yes. I love it.
But I know even some people I've talked to, it's hard for some people to sit with themselves because those thoughts come up. You know what I'm saying? And people try to suppress the thoughts. Maybe sometimes we need to give attention to the thoughts.
Every time you need to give attention to the thoughts. Because a lot of times it's your inner child and your inner child just wants to be acknowledged. Hey, I'm here, remember? Oh, I know you said you wanted to do that new thing, but I'm kind of fearful because remember that time you had that idea when Auntie said you couldn't do it and said that you was going to fail? Yeah, I still feel that way. I want you to acknowledge the fact that I feel that way and tell me that it's okay so I can stop bothering you so you can do what you need to do for us.
Yeah.
Because your inner child never goes away.
I feel that.
Ever. It just wants to know, you hear me out there.
Yeah.
You see me out there. Acknowledge if you're thinking of something amazing, right? I have this vision for my life. And let's say a voice come up and say, but you sure? I say, I understand you want to protect me. I understand you don't want to let me down. I understand in the past I may have felt that way. But trust me, I got this. And I acknowledge, and I have that conversation. And I feel much better because I didn't suppress. Go away, negative thinky. Go away, negative forces, bad energy, no. Meditate, no. Get away from me. No. It's toxic positivity. You're suppressing something that needs to be addressed.
Addressed, yeah.
Inner child wants to be addressed. Your higher self wants to be honored and addressed. You know, your standards wants to be addressed. Mm-hmm. So yes, acknowledge that voice. Always, never suppress, because it's for a reason.
Right.
That voice is saying something to you, trying to get your attention. Hey, you human, I'm trying to talk to you. I want you to feel what I'm feeling, so we can grow through this together.
Wow, I feel that. Let's get into, I have two directions. Let me see here.
How do you know? I think you were like asking earlier. How do you use your intuition to know what your assignment is?
Let's get into assignment.
Okay.
That has become one of my favorite topics. Divine assignment. Crazy story. I was watching a basketball game. I'm a big time Lakers fan since '99. I like the Hawks, 2 home team. I started watching basketball when I was like 12. So those my 2 teams, right? So watching the Lakers game went off, you know, probably about 1 in the morning. And after the game went off, like this program came on. It was like a televangelist. It was this white guy, Mike Murdoch. My mind was like, okay, let me turn this, because I thought it was gonna be on, you know, like, you know, the regular like prosperity teaching.
Yeah.
But my spirit told me to don't turn. Check this out. I was open. I had an open mind. So I checked it out. One of the most profound, timely messages that I've ever received. Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy. His sermon was about the assignment. I'm gonna send it to you because it's powerful.
Please.
And that really made me become, because I always throughout my life, I've always been like very ambitious.
Yes.
What I wanted to do. Like, I don't let fear, it really is no fear. It's just, okay, I'm gonna do it. Like if it's nothing that's gonna kill me, then I mean, just do it. You know what I'm saying? I've always had that like action oriented way of moving. But I think just having a conscious thought of like my assignment, that was kind of a new concept. And I was like, you know what? I feel like that's like the glue of it all. Like I'm trying to do, you know, you want to be successful, you want to make money, you want to start a family. But it's like, what did I come here to do? And from that point on, it planted a seed in me that really is blossoming. And I'm really still living through that. And it's amazing, you know. Especially as a man, I think a man is very much need to, I think I'm gonna write a book on manhood.
Please do.
Manhood is like, in my viewpoint, it's a, you have to sign up for it. Like you said, self-initiation. You have to sign up for manhood. Because you can't opt out. You know what I'm saying? You can opt out.
You can opt out of manhood.
You can opt out of manhood. You don't have to sign up. You can still be a male.
Wow.
But as far as like being a man, I see it as like a ladder, and you have to go up different rungs. Each step is like a rung. One of the base steps, that we have to transcend is the area of women, especially at a younger age. We operate in that lower chakra, you know, just trying to catch bodies. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to like experience women on a physical level. Yeah. And we miss the point. We miss the mental connection. We miss, okay, why did I meet this person? Then I think after that, it comes to, okay, quality over quantity. And then it transcends to like, okay, looking at somebody from like a soul level.
Yes.
Like, why did our spirits cross paths? Like, what are we here to do spiritually?
Right.
You know, so it's different. That's just, you know, women is one area, then, you know, finances and like family, like sacrifices. But it's different because I'm going through the process, yo, and you have to sign up for it. You know, but I think a man, you really can't be out here just without
drifting.
Yeah, you can't be drifting. Like, what's the purpose? What's the anchor? You know, and if you haven't, you really got to start thinking about that now, because that's just, you know, my.
Please write that book. It's necessary.
Because even the story I hear from women, like the experience that they have gone through, all the stuff that they put up with, I'm like, no, that wasn't a man. A man don't do that. It's certain things that we just don't do. Yeah. You know. But yeah, assignment. So that's my kind of journey into getting on the boat, I would say. Yeah. In the river of assignment. Yeah. And now I'm going down that river, and it's like, wow. So what's been your initiation into like assignment, and what does assignment mean to you?
So an assignment to me, I believe it is your soul's calling. Why you chose to come down here. For whatever reason you chose to come down here. And that specific reason is something that you're to use the lifespan that you have to materialize it in this form, in this earthly, humanly, man-made form. I believe that as long as you know the assignment, and you lead your life with the compass of the assignment, not the time clock, right? Not pacing and comparing, right? But the compass of your assignment, I believe you'll be blessed in this human life with all the things, all the foods, all the vacations, all the cars, all the clothes. You'll be blessed if you follow the assignment. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to experience the luxurious life. And I think that people sell their soul trying to get to the things that just come along with following the assignment. So that's what I believe about assignment. My assignment is to be the messenger. I'm the messenger. I'm the vessel, right? And I'm also the example because I done been through some things, right? I wear it very well, but I've been through some things. And I believe my assignment is to be the example of what self-love looks like, to be the example of what turning your mess into a message looks like, to be the example of, you know what? It don't have to get tragic in order to change. You don't have to hit rock bottom in order to transform completely. You can make a decision with your mind. And my goal is to help and coach women into becoming their higher selves by making those decisions, by owning up and becoming the captain and the pioneer of their life and making those decisions and setting those standards. As our women evolve, our men evolve. As our men evolve, our family dynamics evolve, which our children evolve. That's my goal. So I'm here for the women. I'm here to uplift and inspire them to go higher. Take the higher road. Don't cop out. Don't sell your soul. Take the higher road. And whatever that looks like per your assignment, follow the compass. Don't keep up with the time clock. It's a distraction.
Follow the compass. Is that compass, because even in naturally, I'm a very cerebral person. I kind of move through life like based on like, okay, very like mind-driven intellect, right? But lately, I actually set an intention around 2015 is kind of when I really became into like, I guess, knowledge and just self-awareness and just consciousness on a deeper level. Started an intention to do like heart chakra work. It's like open up my heart. Because I feel like that's the truest voice, I believe. Like here and in the gut.
Yes.
Like what's your thinking on that? Because I know mindset is still, we still have to have a good mindset, but when it comes to that intuition and following like your assignment, what do you listen to more? Do you listen to your head more or your heart?
I do believe we are driven by our hearts if we allow. I believe that it's the heart. It is the heart. It is the core vibration that you feel. I feel like the logic helps protect you and structure it into materialization and organization. But I do believe you're supposed to lead with your heart. I believe that you are supposed to feel with your heart. And yeah, I agree about the heart chakra. I do believe that's what you should be led by in all things. It's the most truest form of who you are. Your mind, it wants to keep you safe. It's the logic, it's the structure, and that's good.
Yeah.
When it's time for that, and it's good to lead with your heart. And again, I believe that your mind is structure and strategy on how to allow your heart to be what it is and allow your feelings to be what it is and to lead that way without getting taken advantage of or being too soft or being too airy and unorganized. That's when the logic comes in and say, I love that you want to do that and you feel for that. Let's do it this way, in this fashion. So that way you can still emotionally and with your heart feel it, but now we got some organization and we're going to keep you safe. And we're going to keep you safe.
Wow. Okay.
So heart first.
Heart first.
Absolutely.
We're not taught that. We're taught the heart, it's mushy.
Yeah.
It's this.
Suppression. Suppression. It's just suppression. Because if I can get you got to think about it. If I can get you to not listen to your your higher self, you're always going to operate at your lower self, which is going to keep you right in the trap that I want you in. Because you're not going to take the time to think and feel your emotions saying, you know what? This job is causing me anxiety. But my logic in my mind is saying, what about my bills and my family?
Yeah.
But your heart is saying,
leave that job.
Shorty, you got like one more year and I'm going to give out on you.
Yeah.
Like, you got like one more year and I'm done with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like if your heart is suppressed, right? And I just want to get into really quickly, when your heart is suppressed, sometimes it's not other people suppressing it or systems suppressing it. Sometimes it's you. When you experience heartbreak and maybe failure, you put a wall up because your feelings are hurt, of course, but a wall gets put up. Now you hear the songs, my heart turned cold, I'm a savage, don't trust nobody, my heart is cold, it's a brick, I got gates on me, like I got walls up. And I say, I understand, but what happens is when we talk about chakra alignment, when you don't feel and you put blockages up on your heart, you don't feel anything. So how can you manifest if you can't feel? How do you know when you're happy if you're not feeling? How do you know someone is right for you if you're not feeling? You're just leading with logic. Everything is logical. Everything. Okay, well, he does this, he does that. He does this, okay, cool, I'll be with him. But now your heart is lacking something that you may end up creating a bad habit over. Because you're not listening to your heart. You have suppressed your emotions, which means you are suppressing your intuition. Now your intuition is saying, hello. I'm trying to tell you something and you're not listening. You can't hear.
Muffled.
Your intuition is like, I'm trying to tell you something. But since you have suppressed your feelings and emotions, you can't even feel me. And I'm trying to hold you down. I'm here for you. I'm on your team. Why you being weird to me? Why you being weird to me? So I do believe in balance and having, healthy boundaries to protect yourself. I do not believe in suppressing your feelings because it's not fair to you. And you won't be able to hear your intuition.
Amazing. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Had to pay some bills.
And do some breathing.
We did breathe. We very centered right now. Let's talk about healing. You wrote a book.
I did.
Show the people your book.
Healing to Healed. This is my personal 10-step guide to help pull you out from lingering in the healing process and graduate yourself to a new healed life. on your own with my guidance.
Okay.
So I'm going to get into really why I wrote this book and where did this come from. First of all, I never saw myself writing a book. I love to read books, but I'm more in-person presence. I love hosting retreats and events and things like that. So I never seen this, but I'm so grateful that I did, because I'm now able to touch the hearts around the world who needed these strategies and these steps and didn't know it was really that easy to go from healing to heal. I had an experience before where I was talking to someone and, letting them know what I was kind of going through. It was someone that at the time I was romantically involved with. They were of African, they were from Africa, they're from East Africa. And they had this thing where they would talk about African Americans a lot. And it really wasn't until I really dated someone who was from Africa who literally was like, no, we're separate from y'all. And I'm like, I thought we're the same people. I thought we were the same people. But apparently in his vibration, we were separate. But long story short, he said, I was just telling him, hey, I'm experiencing this. I'm in my healing journey. He said, Kamesha, you healing? Y'all Black people always healing. Y'all African Americans always healing. We are going to be healed already. I said, now I'm a solutionist, as I told you earlier.
Yeah.
I said, you're right. There has to be a destination. There has to be an end to whatever you're doing with when it comes down to transforming and healing. There has to be a goal. You have to heal in order to be healed. Where I seen and where I was missing the healed part. Healing to be healed. Right. Healing to healed. I was just healing. I'm like, well, that hurts, so I'm healing. I'm healing, so I got trust issues. I'm healing, so I got abandonment issues. Because I'm healing. I'm healing. The whole time, I could have just initiated myself and healed myself completely to be refreshed and reborn and renewed and purified and transformed. So it was a decision that I had to make on my own, and I walked myself through these same exact steps and created a book because it worked for me. As I, go through and I do my healing to healed events, I take them through the same steps. And the reviews and just really honestly, the first chapter when someone texted me, they're like, yo, this is good, I didn't know that it was so easy, which it really is. But because media has told us, if you experience this in your childhood, you're going to be scarred forever. If you grew up without a two-parent household, you're going to be a toxic lover. If you grew up without a daddy, you're going to have daddy issues. You're going to make terrible choices as men. You're going to be a hoe. That's what society has sculpted, conditioned from childhood. So we adopt the narrative just comfortably. We just, oh yeah. Something happened to me sexually as a child, so I'm just a hoe. I'm just out here. And it's okay because I'm healing because that happened. That's the narratives that are adopted. So my goal is for this to be the narrative upgrader, to go from healing, which is a narrative, to healed, to go from victim to victor, to go from survivor to, I am that I am, to go from being manipulated and to taking ownership. So this is a book of transformation. Very simple. I wanted it very simple. I wanted it tangible and honestly easy enough to read in one day, because I like to see transformation happen as it should. Not as society says that just because something happened, now this is you for life. You used to have a bad problem with, let's say, drugs. Oh, you're a recovering drug addict. Let's take off the recovering. Let's say I had an experience with drugs and it wasn't my thing. I don't do that no more. I am who I am, not a recovering. As long as you stay in that box, in that realm, and consistently reminding yourself of who you used to be, you're still that person. Take the recovering off of your name. Take the I am a victim off of your name and graduate to a victor. And I teach you through these steps There are 10 steps.
10 steps.
10 steps on how to go from healing to healed.
Can you, not to just get into all of them, can you give just a couple?
Yeah. So one of the major steps is forgiving. I have a letter that I wrote out that I have actually a notebook in the back of the book to write down notes from each chapter. I have a letter, and I wrote it out to place the name of whoever you need to forgive inside of the letter as you're writing it. Now, inside of the letter, it talks about forgiveness and why it's important that forgiveness is for you and not for the other person. And also to energetically bring that person to where you are while you're reading the letter. You don't have to call them. You don't have to text them. You don't have to say, yeah, I wrote a letter about you and I forgive you. You don't have to do any of that. You energetically say, you know, I'll read it. I'll take a second and read it really quickly.
Okay.
All right. So, dear, insert the name. I am grateful that you are energetically here with me in this experience. I am present and conscious of what I'm getting ready to say. I want to let you know in the past you have hurt me and I have been affected up until now. I realize that you were operating from your level of awareness. I release any pain that is tied to our experiences. I forgive myself for giving it so much power that it affected my life and my choices. I now forgive you for, insert whatever it is that you're forgiven for. You are now forgiven. I am so happy and grateful that I am now stepping into my higher self, and I wanted to share this with you. I am free of guilt, shame, and torture. I am free. You are forgiven. And I have them insert the name of the person and do it as many times for as many people that you need and as many experiences. Because sometimes it's not people who we need to forgive. Sometimes it's things or experiences or habits.
Okay.
Yeah. So forgiveness is a big part of healing, of course. Forgiving yourself for allowing you to kind of disrespect yourself, your body, your intentions, and your standards.
That's powerful.
Absolutely. So forgiveness is a big one. Posture up. That's a chapter in the book. Posturing up is literally taking ownership of your stuff and saying, hey, I am who I am. This is what I went through, but this is not my identity. So posturing up allows you to take ownership without feeling guilty, without feeling judgy, without judging yourself, and without making it an identity. You know, you just own the experience and not the title that the experience can sometimes give you if you allow it to.
Amazing.
And then one of my favorite chapters, the very last one, is celebrating. Celebrating, like getting balloons, getting a cake, making the experience of celebration. Like, hey, yo, I went from healing to healed. Celebrating yourself, getting dressed, and celebrating going from healing to healed. It's a celebration. That alone triggers the mind to say, yo, we did something new happened. When it's your birthday, don't you just feel fresh?
Yeah.
You feel fresh because there's balloons around you and this cake, and it's like, oh, this is fresh. This is, okay, new year, new me, right? Yeah. Same thing with celebrating. You can create that experience whenever you need to, whenever you want to. It's self-initiation. I dig that. Absolutely.
Wow.